Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Norm's Friends. As you can see, new name, new time slot. However, the theme will certainly remain the same. New time slot also, 5 to 6 instead of a 2 hour time slot, just 1 hour time slot. So I just want to say, everybody, welcome. I'm supposed to have somebody else here to do the show with me, but it's Liz. We know how females are, right? God forbid, her watch must be slow. Anyway, so that's that. If anybody wants a reading, a mini tarot reading, give me a call, 640-3091. Be glad to give you a reading. There you have it. I got the gift to gab. We can talk about all types of subjects today. Of course, I will. First, I want to, before I forget, in case I don't later, or I can even do it again on another show, Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year. Remember the true meaning of Christmas. It's not all about materialistic things. Remember, it's about God and Jesus and faith and religion and tuning into your inner soul, however you do it. Don't let anybody try to dissuade you from that. If you give up tuning into your inner self, your spirit, you've really lost it. You really, really have. It grounds you. You really know who you are. And again, if people try to dissuade you, they're jealous. They're anti-religious. They don't want you to think for yourself. They don't want you to know who you are. But believe me, that's my thought on it. And if you really give it some thought, you'll find out it holds a lot of truth to it. So don't ever give up your faith or your hope or anything like that. So let's see what else we could talk about. What's in the news today and what's in the news. These are all, I don't really read a lot of stories. Headlines are just good enough for me. I read the headlines. If I want to accept them, I accept them. I don't have to do research. This is legit, this isn't legit. I mean, if it makes sense, like we'll say, they keep mandating the vaccines. Oh, you got to do this, wear masks. It's just ridiculous now. I'm sure everybody's tired of it. It's 2 years of this crap. So let's go. Enough of that. Also, I'm sure I mentioned before, this is another story. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before. I did want to go to Bogota only because there's 3 countries in the world where you can enter with that have no COVID restrictions. So they are El Salvador. But who wants to go there? I don't have a death wish. The second country is Mexico. I've been there several times. So, as much as I loved Mexico City, I'm a city boy. It was fantastic. The last and third country that you can enter without any COVID restrictions is Colombia. So I planned on going to Bogota again. It's a city about the size of New York, population-wise. So for the past, I'm going to say, 4 to 6 weeks, I've been doing all this research on hotels and prices and what to do, different neighborhoods, where to go, what to see, neighborhoods to stay away from, places not to go, that type of thing, Anyway, I must have spent hours and hours and hours, 100 hours, researching all this. Finally, so I whittled it down. I'm going to say I started with 30 hotels. I whittled it down to 2. And when I whittled it down to 2 for, I'm going to say, the past 2 or 3 days, I was even really, going over everything with a fine tooth comb, specific addresses, what they had to offer, all that other stuff. So finally, yesterday, I make a decision of the hotel I want to stay in. So I go on Expedia. This is unbelievable. The price was $901. That was airfare included. All right, and it was a decent hotel. So as soon as I click on the button that to reserve the room and the flight, as soon as I clicked on the button, naturally it brings you to another window or screen, whatever you call it. I'm not tech savvy. The next screen pops up. The next thing you know, $445 for the same trip. It's like, what happened from 901, one click of the most, to $1,445? So needless to say, I was very, very upset, livid. So I refuse to get gouged. I don't mind paying. I hate getting ripped off. So I just told myself that's the end of the Bogota excursion or thoughts about going there. My guides are telling me now's not the time. So, and as soon as I told myself all that stuff, I calmed myself down. Yeah, naturally, a little disappointed. As soon as I got through all that, I got all the paperwork that I had, like Nancy did to Trump when he gave the State of the Union address. I just picked it all up and tore it all to pieces. So that's what it is for that. What else? There's so many things I want to talk about. Of course, this is new for me. I'm thinking Liz is going to be here, so I didn't really sort of plan on presenting the whole show by myself, topics, a discussion, or things of that, because, Liz, I've known Liz for 5 years, 6 years, so it's the same thing as when Norm was here. We just feed off each other, and it goes smooth, so I didn't put any thought into being here. Of course, she's texting me this morning, oh, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. And of course, I took her for a word, always forgetting that she's not on time. Did I text her before I came in here for this? No. But that's all right. What can you do? So other than that, what I'm going to do also, I just thought I'm going to talk slower. And that way it will take up a little more time because I'm talking fast. And that's from my other job that I have, right? Court stenographer. People are nervous, and what do? When they're on the stand and they're being questioned, right? Blip, 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 they're talking 1,000 words a minute. They're going at machine gun speed. Of course, I like it because when you're there, I don't know if you realize it, you get paid by the page, right? So the faster they talk, naturally, the more pages I'm going to get. So it's fine with me, of course. When I'm there and I'm stressed and trying to get the transcripts out and it's going fast and I have to decipher this and decipher that and, because I'm repeating everything they said. That's one thing. But of course, when the check arrives, then of course David has a big smile on his face. So I like that. So let's see. I don't really watch the news, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a quick general reading. All right, I'm going to pick 3 cards. And this will be sort of the direction for, before I forget, before I forget, I have to make a shout out to Mary, Cruising with Mary. I saw your photo yesterday on Facebook. Healing, comfort, prayers, and strength all being sent your way, Mary. You should be able to feel them right now. And give little Crystal a pat. Hopefully, maybe she's still watching. I don't know, but Mary, you'll be up and at 'em before you know it. But it looked kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It looked like you were hurting yesterday, Mary. I don't envy you. I'm good, you know. So there you go. But you'll be up and at 'em in no time. All right. So we'll do just a general reading. I'll pick 3 cards and we'll see what the general sort of state is of what's going on. All right. So, all right. Here we have, it's the 9 of rods. All right. So, and as you can even see, the guy that's in the tarot card, he looks, well, he looks a little bit, just a tad, sort of worn, and, you know, like, oh, man, what a... Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. Hello. Uh-oh. How come this isn't working?
Uh-oh. Needs my touch.
It does.
Hello.
All right, we have Liz here now. Whoever calling, hold on. We're having a little...
Call back again.
It's not working. Look, there's nothing on the screen.
Oh.
Look.
Is it plugged in?
I don't know. Today. Hello? No, they had no patience.
Well, he did say give it a second, so maybe it wasn't connecting yet.
Maybe, well, they'll have to call. Whoever you were, call back, whatever it is you want.
Still charging.
We'll help you out. Well,
Give us a
welcome.
Thank you.
Nice
The
to
5
see you.
o'clock traffic.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, because we're always here at 5 o'clock, so I didn't know.
Right, that's right.
This is like a new way to see.
So I was just going to do a general
Here it
reading.
is.
Oh, all right.
No, you hung up on them.
Oh, no.
No.
See what happens?
Call
Too
us
many
again.
cooks spoil the soup. Give it one more shot. One more
We won't
shot.
hang up on you. Come on,
I'll
let's do it
she'll
again.
handle the phone. I promise.
You say
I
the
won't
greeting. I'll
touch
press
the
the
phone.
button. Oh my
They'll call
goodness.
back.
Well, I'm happy to be here, and we have a lot of good things coming for the show today.
We
will
do.
We will make this a good. It's always a good
We
show.
will. I was just rambling on.
Oh, right. I
Of course,
knew you had it.
I was nervous, so I was going fast, and I told him, I'll slow down.
Yeah, no. We're here.
And then, right, I was nervous because, like I said, I didn't have, I didn't give it any thought because I figured, well, Liz is going to be here,
We'll
so.
wing it. Yeah, exactly.
Because, I did that with Norm a lot. We just.
And there it
You
is.
know.
See? I'll press the
All
button.
right,
You say the
then.
greeting.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends.
Good afternoon.
Mary!
Mary!
How are you?
Hi, good.
We got you here, finally.
See that? We had to work out the bugs, Mary. The phone wasn't working. It wasn't plugged in. So, natural. I
happening.
panicked again. I was nervous to start with. And then, it says phone. And I said, oh, no, that's not working.
We figured it out.
No. So, Mary, how are you feeling today?
Not too bad. I was at the office today. I had, after surgery, and I had to go back today, so it took 4 hours there.
Wow.
Oh, gee.
And he was telling me that my right eye that they did,
Mm-hmm.
from the sugar, I guess, it kind of glued the cataract to my eye.
Ugh.
Oh, gosh.
So they had a hard time with it, and it made I didn't know it made my eyes swell up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they couldn't, dilate it
Yeah. Wow.
because of it. And he had a hard time, and then he looked it all over, and the other doctor looked it over, and he says, your eye is still swollen. He says, because of what everything's going on
Yeah.
now.
So when do you go back for a follow-up?
Usually you go back today, and then you're all done. Well, I go back to doctor over on River Ridge for him to look at it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And a week later after this one, I go back just before Christmas again to see the doctor that operated. Then I have to go back next month to see another specialist.
Wow.
Well, hopefully that'll be the last 2 trips, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, he does not want me to drive at night right now, the way things are, because I can just just barely see out of my eye right now.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, Mary, did that look tender when I saw that photo? Well, you saw.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, ouch is
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mary.
because they had to dig and dig and dig to get that cataract off, because it was really growing to my eye.
Gives me the
Wow.
heebie-jeebies.
Now, what do they when they, as you say, digging, Mary, right? Did they give you like a? Did they?
Are you awake for it? Oh, yeah.
Did they give you an Ativan or something
Yeah.
to keep you relaxed?
Yeah, they did. They did give me something to relax.
Yeah.
Oh, my
It should
goodness.
have taken 20 minutes. It took me almost 45 minutes before they got done.
Wow. Ugh.
Man.
I know, and it's I had LASIK.
They had to dig, and it came up a little bit, and they had to put some more stuff in it, dig a little bit more, bring a little, little at a time to bring it up.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
And you're awake for the whole thing,
And
right? Ooh.
well, not only are you awake, you can see because I had LASIK. You can
yeah.
see. You can see they cut your
I
eye.
Oh, my God.
They cut your lens. You can see the whole thing.
Oh, my God. No. No.
Wow, 40 minutes, Mary. You are tough. No question
Yeah.
about it. You are a tough one.
45
Wow.
minutes.
Yeah, and also I want to give my family their condolence. I lost another cousin
Oh, Mary.
yesterday, and
Sorry
my
to hear,
condolence
Mary.
to Kelly, Nicole, and Jake.
Oh, I'm so sorry for
sorry,
your loss.
Mary.
And prayers to you and your family.
So if anybody is listening, I will not be there Thursday.
Okay.
I just can't do it right now. Be there
Yeah.
and everything. So, like I said, I'm not the doctor told me for at least a couple of weeks, do not drive at night.
No,
Right,
no,
right.
not until
My
you
eyes.
feel
Right.
better.
No.
So, what's happening with the show tomorrow? Is somebody filling in for you?
Yeah, if Jim and Mary should be there tomorrow, and I think Anthony should be there.
All right.
But so I told the doctor. He said, no. He says, you literally stay home.
Yeah, you need to get
I do not
rest.
want you to drive at night right now, the way my eye is.
No, I know. You don't want to, end up on the sidewalk, Mary.
No.
Yeah, I know, because I got a hard time seeing right now.
Yeah.
On the
Wow.
sidewalk. Oh, Mary. But you know what? It can only get better from here, right?
That's it. It's better.
The worst is over. The digging is over.
I know. Well, I'll cut the cards, Mary, and see what they say. Look at that. Ace of Cups.
Oh, my
See that?
goodness.
You'll be up and at 'em in no time, just like I said earlier, Mary.
Yes.
Right? And you're even gonna feel better than you've been feeling for quite some time. You'll
I
see.
love it. Let's see what the
I hope
angels
so.
have
Oh my
to
God,
say.
I'm so sick of this.
Oh, of course. It's all that back and forth and just wanting to get back to some sort of normalcy, right? Let's see what the angels
Yeah.
have to say
Oh,
about
yeah.
what's coming up for you.
Right now,
Let's
I have
see.
Sophie is looking at TV with me on my lap.
That's amazing.
So, Mary, I just pulled an angel card for you, okay? And I pulled
Okay.
I
Look
pulled
at-
one. I
I'm
pulled
telling
one
ya.
card, and it says improving health.
Right? So, you always get the card you're supposed to get.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's ironic the way
I
it
love
happens.
that, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be quick. You're gonna. I feel like those are your last 2 trips at the doctor's. I feel
Oh,
like
for
you're at
sure,
the
yeah.
tail end.
Yeah. You'll see.
Thank you.
Aww.
You're gonna have that smile, Mary, from ear to ear. You will.
That's
All righty,
right.
guys. I'm going to let you go. If somebody else wants to come
Absolutely.
in, say God bless.
Thank you
All
for
right.
calling, Mary.
Thanks,
Love you.
Mary.
Speedy recovery.
All
Bye-bye.
righty. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye bye. Oh, Mary.
Oh,
She's
I
so
know.
cute.
I know,
Oh.
but I saw the.
The eye.
She posted it on Facebook. It's
Oh, my
like,
God.
So I'm going to
even
go back
imagine.
to this general
Yeah,
reading.
go
All right.
ahead.
So I started with the 9 of Rods.
So what is this reading for?
Just general about
So
what's
okay,
happening.
yeah.
So perfect for
I love it.
what's happening. Look at it. So you got the 9 of Rods. You see the guy there. He's sort of a little bewildered.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit fatigued. No big deal. But
Yeah.
why is it? All the rods, because it's it's direction. It's sort of goals that people have in mind. So, of course, it's just an indication of what's going on right now. It's, the reason of the sort of disheveled look or disheveled feeling is the country is so splintered because our fantastic people that we have leading us, that we call senators and representatives, have splintered the nation into so many little groups and pitted them against one another.
I was trying to stream it.
No,
Sorry.
I thought you were
Sorry.
gonna. I thought
No,
you were
I'm
doing
sorry.
video games. Anyway, so they've splintered the nation into all these little micro groups and pitted them after each other. So there's the reason for all that. And but even moving on from this, when all is said and done and everybody's sort of taking stock of what's going on, then we reach into ourselves, like I was saying when I started the show this evening, about reaching into your inner self, connecting with your spirit and your soul, and don't let anybody dissuade you from believing in that, because that's really the root, and it'll keep you nice and solid. You can work out anything if you can just stay connected and realize that you do have a soul, you have guides, and here we are. After all this chaos, as you can see, you think everything out. You take a nice solid look at everything. You don't jump to conclusions. You reach in again. All the red for me in this card. To me, it's strength. You reach into your soul, to your spirit, to your inner self, your gut, whatever you want to call it. And you take that strength and you use it, and you let it fill you with all positive thoughts and positive feelings and motivation and confidence and self-esteem. And you're coming to that crossroads, so you'll know when you get to that crossroads, you're not going to stand there bewildered. Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go this way or that way? It's all going to come to you without a problem. And of course, and what did we end with? We end with the Empress. And look at her. There she is. She's sitting. Look how content she is. She's got the wand because she knows, after where we started and where we got from then, from working everything out. Look at her. Everything is worked out for the best. Everything turned out fruitful for her. There's lots of growth. There's all kinds of harmony. Instead of continuing to splinter up, look at it. Everything is nice. It's like a nice new transition with all kinds of growth and lush growth. So not just, little piddles of it here and there. So that's where what we have to do now. It's reach into your inner self. Don't lose control. Don't let them pit you against anybody else. And before you know it, you'll see. As they always say, love trumps hate. And don't forget it.
And I love the energy behind those cards. I love how well it's like it's a story. And I love how the rods, you can see all that the divide amongst the worlds, really.
Right.
And see how he's standing kind of like cowering, like which one do I choose? Like where do I stand?
Right,
and that's that confusion that's happening.
There's like so much coming at him. It's
all
what's
at once,
going on, yeah?
And see the power behind that second card, the Hierophant. It's such a strong, solid card. And then when you flipped over the Empress, it was very calm energy, like a very, and the lush, the fruition of the the flowers blooming, kind of like that serenity coming in afterwards.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
That's
all the
beautiful.
new growth. That's right. With
the new growth. Yes, I love that. That's perfect.
So,
I love how that was a beautiful reading, because that's exactly what's happening, and that's the answer on how to get to that Empress card, that final turning within, and forgetting all that chatter, that external chatter, because it's only going to create divide and confusion, right?
Which is the it's true what they say, divide and conquer.
Exactly. It prevents the communication and grouping. I love that.
Yes, indeed.
I should do the same. So this is a general read for the world, right? All right.
I love those cards.
These. And I'm going to pull from these too and see what the angels have to say about that as well. Let's do, okay, so general. And general is not my forte, but we're doing it. All right, so a general read on what is going on in the world right now. What do we all need to know at this point in time? And
how come you don't like doing general? If you don't mind my asking.
Not that I don't like them, it's just that I'm not very, it's not my go-to until, of course, that day on the show when you're like, just pull the cards and see what happens. And I'm like, yeah. And it was so easy. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. What was I worried about? So, and it's, it's all about letting go of that structure of that you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way. It's, if it feels right, just go with it. Stop overanalyzing it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. See, I like general sort of because, it's, don't get me wrong, people want specific readings and that. But general, I like general in the way because, I read the cards psychically. So instead of having to sort of, put the blinders on and stuff, general, because I do anyway.
Confusing. Yes.
I get bombarded, with
the messages.
Yeah. So.
And to that, when we do general readings, it brings in the message that really wants to come out.
That's it, right.
So that's very important to know. So I just pulled 3 cards. We'll see what the first one is wisdom. Okay, so wisdom, that's about, we have to learn to discern what is somebody's opinion and what is facts. And by that, I mean, something that you can think back on, like MLA formats, citing your work, right? When we were back in school and knowing where your resources are. If it's like Wikipedia or what you saw it on Facebook, doesn't count. You have to know where your source is coming from. And more importantly is when you read or hear something on social media, on the news, wherever it is, notice how you feel as you're reading it, right? Because if it's something that you don't really know much about, it doesn't even matter because you'll feel when it's something that is meant for you, right? It'll just feel very easy. That's it.
I said that at the beginning.
Did you really? I love it.
Yeah.
And the second card is victory and success, right? Because like you said, love trumps all. And that's what it is. Getting rid of that divide, labels and all that. Like, let's stop it. There is no need for any of that. I understand also that as human beings, we want to be acknowledged. We want to be heard. We want to be seen. I get that. We all do. But what happens when we get too lost in that is that we kind of put ourselves in these little cubby holes of being labeled and being identified as this or that. Get rid of all that. Get rid of all those walls. It doesn't help. All right, and the third card is accelerated motion. Yep. So it's all coming in real fast for everybody. It's happening quickly. So, there we go, phone.
Good afternoon, Norm's friends. How are you today?
I'm great, and I'm calling to say hi to Liz. This is Sue.
Hi, Sue. How are you, honey? So
great.
nice to hear.
Fabulous.
Awesome. How's the traffic?
Not bad. We're actually still in Manchester. We're working our way to Portsmouth now.
All right, all right. Oh, yeah, they're traveling right now, but she wanted to catch the show and just say hello to everybody. Do you want us to pull some cards for you, Sue? While you're not, are you driving or are you in the passenger seat?
No, I am in the car, but I am not driving, and if you'd like to pull a card, that would be fabulous.
All right, so David and I will pull cards for you. So let's see. Do you have anything specific that you want to know about, or a general reading? Now that I can do them easily.
Actually, if my daughter's going to get in the car soon, so if what you can do is pull a card for her and just let me know what you think.
All right.
See, now those I don't like doing.
Okay, yeah, because that's a
it's
third
not
party,
right.
right? Yeah,
And
see, I always get confused about that, the
I don't
ethical
like
part
that.
of it.
Yeah, because it's not. If the
So
daughter
let's tie the
asks,
question into what do you want to know about your daughter and how it relates to you? That we can do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I would like to know if she gets the new job she's applying for, and if she becomes happy and healthy in general. So that would be great.
All right. I'll answer the first question without even drawing a card. She will get the job.
Yes, yes.
As soon as you asked that question, I
Okay,
got hit with a
awesome.
big
Yeah.
yes. Not to worry about that.
Yeah. And then piggybacking on that, without the cards, the second part of that, will she be happy? Definitely got a big resounding yes, and that's coming with that job. So that's going to bring in a lot of happiness for her. It's going to shift the perspective. It's going to bring in new energy for her. It's almost like she's reinventing herself. So this is going to bring all, and the health falls right in line, right, with the happiness. When we're happy, our immune system is strong, it's healthy, so it eliminates any other downfalls with our health. So that all falls hand in hand, that this is a very big good change that's coming in for her.
It is. I'm feeling it's like
Okay, awesome.
So
it's
peace of mind for you.
Yes, a big awakening for her. She, it builds up. She's more proud. It's like a whole new chapter that she's looking forward to.
Yeah.
It gets to be realized, and once it's all realized, it's, you'll be she's going to
big
be
relief,
ecstatic over it.
It's going to be what I see is a huge weight off your shoulders, because I see you worrying a lot. I see you losing sleep over this, thinking about all the what ifs, what can go wrong, and I hope she gets it. Let's not hope. Let's say, I am ready for this. I am ready for that new shift that's coming into our lives. So I just pulled 3 cards, and the first card is conflict and defeat. That's you, exactly what I just finished saying about, all the what ifs that could go wrong that are floating around in your mind. I know you want, as parents, of course, we always want what's best for our kids, right? And that's one of the biggest stressors. So this, you can put that to bed. Don't worry about, all the different roads, possibilities that could come up, because there's only one path, and that's coming. So focus your energy on that path. Second card is rejoice and celebration. Exactly what we said before even pulling the cards, right? It's they jump right out. And then it's authority. Authority is the third card. So what does that say? It's about her standing in her own power. It's about that solid stand. I don't know, because I'm seeing Sue in there too. Sue. Okay. It's all about how you.
She's calling. So
yeah, It's about It's about the energy that you're projecting onto her. So right now, feeling that conflict and defeat and worry, that's totally normal as a parent, right? Because we want what's best. But at the same time, you're also projecting all of that fear and doubt and worry and anxiety onto her. So take a step back, be that authoritative self, and say, I know this is what is in the future for us as a family, for my daughter. She's worked very hard. This is what's coming. Once you start doing that, there's a halo around him. That's you. Once you start shifting into that way of thinking, then you're going to start to radiate that. It's going to trickle down onto her, and then she's going to get that boost of confidence that she needs, that she knows that she is on the right track, because it's happening. Let's see what the bottom of the deck has to say.
Okay, perfect.
Temptation. That temptation to worry about what could go wrong. Stop it. Stop worrying about that and think about what could go right and start planning for that, because it's coming.
Awesome.
All right, so of course I start with the Queen of Pentacles.
I love
so
it.
right there's the yes for the job, right?
Yes.
There's the yes for the job, the Queen of Pentacles. We could say that's your daughter. Yeah. This is the Pentacles there. She's holding it. The job is hers.
Yeah.
The job is hers. It's not
Perfect.
it's not like it happened overnight for her. It's, you know what I mean? She had to ready herself for this. And so, lo and behold, we're at that point where it's going to be a realization for her. And here we are. We just keep going. We
love
go
it.
on with the Emperor.
That one.
And it does go with that one. We go with the Emperor. Again, you have the red. You have all this strength there. It's sort of like, you know, she's really planned on this. And she, you know, it was a long, thought-out process for this. It's not something that, you know, she just jumped into, right, at a whim overnight without thinking about it or planning or anything like that. You know, she sort of...
No, that's true.
Yeah, and at the same time, you know, she sort of put a little, you know, protected herself a little bit with a couple of what ifs, but there's no need for those now. No need for those now. And of course, here we are. Where did we end up? The Knights of Cups. So here we are. She's going to be fulfilled with this job is going to be, and of course, see, the knight, so it's on a horse, so there's motion. We're going there. She's going to get this job, and she's just going to be so pleased and so happy, and she's just going to feel so whole after this. So
I love that.
Oh, that sounds great.
So,
and by the way, she got him a car, so she's smiling. So
all right. Well,
I'm glad she heard it because
right.
this
What's
is yours.
your daughter's name?
my daughter's name's Corinne.
It's what?
Corinne.
So
Corinne.
it's hard to hear because you're in the. I'm going to make the excuse you're in the car and we can hear the traffic or whatever. But anyway, you're going to be very pleased with your new endeavor here. So not to worry.
Absolutely. This is
Great.
it. You've worked hard for this, so this is a new chapter in your life, and this is deep breath, blow it all away, all that stress, because this is yours. It is. It's yours.
You're going to be delighted.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much, and I'm glad that you guys are doing the show in Norm's memory. I think that's pretty awesome, and hope that we get to see you. Hopefully, Liz, I get to see you sometime soon, and it was great chatting with you guys today. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
thanks for tuning in, and thanks for calling.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
safe travels. And yes, we will connect soon, honey. It was so nice to hear from you.
All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Love
Bye-bye.
you too. Bye-bye.
So I just want to say
I
a
love
couple
that.
of things to that for like readings. When
Yes,
people
let's talk
call,
about that.
when people, you know, because I get them at home, or you know, when people, they want to come for a reading, and you know, like people, I'll do them in my house, or I'll go to where they are,
Yeah.
you know, over the phone. I don't mind over the phone, and I don't like Zoom. I am so tired of Zoom.
Yeah.
I am.
I've only done one Zoom reading, and that was like a special request for a repeat client. But
I don't like them. I'm just
what do you not like about it? Like, is it the zooming in part? Like, I always know.
No, you know what I
my
don't like
face is
about
right
it.
in there.
You know what I don't like about it? Well, because you know my court steno job,
Oh,
right?
oh, yeah.
Zoom. They do depositions by Zoom because
So
of
you're zoomed
COVID.
out.
So I'm just tired of Zoom because every time I hear Zoom, it reminds me of these COVID restrictions. And you know, to me, it's such a downer.
Yeah,
So,
I could see that.
You know, it's no thank
It's
you.
yeah, it definitely brings you
Right.
back to that place
Right,
in your
but,
mind.
you know, I'll get readings. People will request readings, and then they come, and that's what they do. Well, I want a reading for so and so.
Yes, let's talk about that because I feel that people do need to know that because I've had to turn away clients because they want to know about their partners.
Right? Yeah,
Mostly.
it's just to
Tell
me,
me about my
it's
boyfriend.
not ethical.
No.
You know, if like,
Here it is.
oh wow. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Very good.
Good. This is Patty. I was a good friend of Norm's, and thankful that you guys are keeping the show going. That's really nice.
Thank you, Patty,
Yes,
for
he
calling.
was special to us.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
he was
He's a really good guy. So I'm calling because I've been listening to you guys, and I'm just calling for a reading.
All right.
All right. So I'll give you I'll start first. Me, I'll just give a general reading unless you have a specific area you want me to focus on.
I like how you pose that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, give me the general. That's good.
All right. I like general because you hear stuff that you sort of weren't expecting or didn't expect to hear about. So, I mean, it opens your eyes up to maybe some area that needs
didn't
attention
really-
that you
yeah.
don't really pay attention to.
That's true.
All right,
Sure.
all right, so right away we start with the moon. All right? The moon is sort of, to me, the moon is wishy-washy. So for a general reading, I'm going to say you've been sort of contemplating on a couple of issues, things to do. Should I do it? Should I not do it? And with the moon, as we know, things in the moonlight, you don't really see them clear. So what I would suggest is the few issues that you might try to figure out that you're hemming and hawing about, you can't come to a decision, you sort of like really take a harder look, do a little more fine tuning, and then that way you're going to be able to decide. But if you don't, you're going to have to take that step. It doesn't have to be a big step, just even a baby step. A step is a step is a step. It doesn't matter. Once you take that first step, realizing that you're betwixt in between, you don't know if you should go up or down or right or left. You have to come to that realization first, and once you do, you will sort of start saying, well, all right, this is making it's making sense. This is the more logical way to go, or this is is more in tune to what I'm really looking for. So, but that's what you'll have to do. And of course, here we are. All right. So we have the Two of Pentacles, and as you can see, it's to me, I always call it the immortal symbol there, because it's never ending, and you have the Two Pentacles in there. Again, what I said when I begin with about, a couple of issues, you're juggling them, and once, like I said, you sort of tell yourself that I'm tired of being indecisive. I want to come to a decision. And even then, and once you then look at it, you got the strength to do it if you put your mind to it. And not only that, it's with the Two of Pentacles, look how easy it will be for you. You can juggle those few things, no problem at all. Lucky me, and then you'll be patting yourself on the back, because I know you're having hesitancy now about it, but once you do it, you'll be, piece of cake. You'll be doing the cakewalk. And
Oh my goodness!
So
I love that.
there it is. And look at it. Where after that, I love how the cards all come
Oh,
together.
it's so beautiful.
The Wheel of Fortune. So, remember what I said? What I always tell people is what I've just told you is tools.
Yeah.
Take what you like and use it. So going from card one or step one. Remember what I said about that? And then going to step two, it might be a little sort of rocky for you. Yeah, emotionally, you know what I mean? You might say, oh, you might still be on the what if. Nope, don't do it, because look at it. Once you do that, and open up your eyes and, just sort of be determined to make the decision, you're not going to go wrong here. No matter what it is, the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, what more needs to be said?
Yeah.
It's, you'll be completing this whole cycle here. So,
Those are beautiful.
Okay.
so go after whatever it is, like I said, that you're hemming and hawing about. Go at it with open arms.
Okay.
You got, as they say, you got nothing to lose and everything to gain in a positive manner.
right.
Nothing to fear.
Absolutely. I love that. I love how it just gave you like the 3 steps. Like, this is what you're dealing with right now. This is what the middle part looks like, the meat and potatoes of it, and here's the outcome. And it's all bam, bam, bam. It's all going to work out beautifully. So, Patty, I just pulled 3 cards for you as well. Spiritual strength is the first one, right? So that's all. It ties into what David just said.
I love it.
It's about finding that, fine-tuning what it is that you want, right? Because here's one thing that I learned recently. An analogy is when we say, I'm hungry, I want food. All right, well, you want food. So what do you want exactly? You show up at the supermarket, I want food. There's a bunch of different things. You narrow it down. I want lasagna. All right, let me go get the eggs. Let me get the pasta. Let me get this. So we got to narrow it down. That's gonna make life a lot easier. Oh my goodness, look at that. Number 2. So my second card actually goes hand in hand with David's second card.
This is amazing.
And it's the waiting game, and it's a number 2, just like yours, number 2. So see how they're totally different decks, and it's totally speaking along the same lines. So this is about that waiting game, that, tick-tock, where we're deciding, do we want to go on this side? Do we want to go on that side? You got to narrow it down. You got to figure out, find that balance, right? There's that balance. And then the third card is the triumphant success, which goes hand in hand with the third card he picked. So
that's amazing. I love
these cards are just mirroring each other. This is that triumphant success, just like the Wheel of Fortune third card that he pulled. It's, you are going to be victorious with all this. This is all about you finding. Write it down. What is it? Sky's the limit. Forget all the extra chatter from people, family and friends telling you you can't make it. Are you crazy? You can't follow this. You can't. Never mind all that. Forget all that. Sky's the limit. In an ideal world, write 3 things that you really want. Then, how do you get there? Then you find that balance. You balance everything out. You find that juggle, and then everything works out in the end. Now I'm going to pull the bottom of the deck and see what the overall energy is. The overall energy of the situation is triumph. Exactly what we're just talking about right now. You are going to be triumphant, but you got to decide, I'm hungry, I want food. Well, what kind of food do you want, right? You got to narrow it down and then get all the ingredients. That's the only way you're going to move forward.
So
Sounds good to me.
Man, don't listen to the naysayers, because
No.
I know you got some around you.
Yeah. You know what? Don't even tell anybody what you're working on. Tell them I did, not I'm gonna do. That's it. It'll keep things simple. You'll keep everybody's energy away from it. They do come from a place of love. They mean for the best, but what they're ultimately doing without knowing is that they're just adding more chatter to your mind and bringing in that confusion. So you don't need any of that. Trust your heart.
Agreed.
Only you know what is right for you, and that's it. Only you will live this. So you are the ultimate in the driver's seat, right?
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Blessing. Yeah.
I was just going to say, keep the foot on the gas, off the brake.
That's
You'll be
right.
fine.
That's right. Just
Go
trust.
for it.
You
Go
can't go
for
wrong.
it.
I love it. Patty,
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Absolutely.
Thanks for giving us a call.
Yeah, blessings.
Take care.
Okay,
Merry
enjoy
Christmas.
thanks.
You as
Merry
well.
Christmas to you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Look at that.
No, and we don't have all that much time left.
I
the
know.
Readings, when you do the readings, so
It's so... Hey,
look who's
we
here.
have a little visitor here. Hi. You want to say hi on TV? Norman always
Tell
wanted you to
everybody
come on
who
the
you
show.
are.
Say what your name is. Look right there into the camera and say what your name is. No. Aw. Well, you made it onto the show, just like Norman had asked. You told Norman you would, and now you are. So thank you for stopping by. You can. Do you have a question, or do you want to look at one of the cards? So he's been practicing tarot cards.
All right.
So I've had him kind of just look at a card and tell me, what do you feel about it? Tell me the
That's
story
it.
behind
That's how
it.
you really read them. What do
Right?
you feel?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, okay, and he's telling me like all the details, and he tells me the story behind it, and
Yeah.
he's catching on to what it is that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
All right. What can we do for you?
Hey, this is Rose calling from Georgia. How's it going?
Wow, Rose. How are
I
you?
love
Nice
you,
to
girl.
hear from you. Fair-
What's happening?
Oh, I'm so happy. She's going all the way from Georgia.
Imagine
have
that,
a-
huh? Wow.
Let's
Yeah.
Your fans everywhere.
yes. Let's do a reading for you. She's got a lot of
do
good
that.
things
Do
happening.
a general one for me, please.
All right, take
General,
it away.
all right. So again, we'll do 3 cards.
Okay, I'm gonna shuffle
All right.
while you. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do a quick shuffle just to get different energy on it.
Yes.
I forgot my little selenite thing.
Oh, that's okay.
I
Call that
know.
energy in
All right,
from your...
that's what I did. All right, I'm gonna do three. We'll do 3 cards again, and we'll see what's in store for you.
Oh, I'm so happy.
All right. So for Joan, all right. So here we are. We're starting with Knight of Wands. All right. I like the knights because they're action. So that means, we're not just sitting down. Oh, poor me, poor me. I wish this would happen. I wish that would happen. So there's, of course, with the Knight of Wands, to me, Wands is, sort of a goal that you have, a direction you want to take, a place where you want to end up at. That's what that means for me. So with the Knight of Wands, it's good. I'm sensing that it's just you have one issue that you're sort of dealing with. You're making progress with it. You're sorting it out. I'm getting a good sense on that. And I'm also feeling, too, that I think you might be letting it weigh a little heavier than you need to. Because, like I said, I'm seeing here, there's action here. You're doing something about it. So
Right.
that, you feel good about that. Feel good about that, because it's not like I said. You're not just sitting there, oh, woe is me, poor me, what can I do? That type of thing.
Yeah.
All right? So, and of course, you're taking the action now. Keep going, because in the not too distant future, as you can see in the card, 3 females. It's the 3 of cups. Cups is emotion. So, you're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to feel nice and happy. You're going to feel warm and fuzzy all over because you're doing something about your situation. And look at you. What do you see here? Celebration. Yes. So, that, let that even motivate you even more. Let that sort of, the action that you're starting to take now, as slow as it may be, or as fast as it may be, whatever, you're taking it now. So, let that snowball and keep growing and growing and growing, positive. Again, reach into yourself and tell yourself, you can do it and you can. And, of course, some people don't like this card. I like this card. Where it's all right. It's the Hermit, and I like it because you started with the action. All right, you're going to end up feeling, like I said, really, really good about it. And of course, the Hermit to me relates to this first card with the action. It comes to the point, it might seem like a little. You might get bored at times, or might feel like sort of, feeling hesitant about proceeding with it, but don't, because keep reminding yourself about you want to feel good and celebrate, right? So think about it, it's like trudging through the storm. You're going to get there, and the thing is, you're strong enough, and you're stronger than you think you are, because obviously too, when you're doing all this, you're the Hermit here. You're not afraid to take the lead and go where others haven't gone. So, it's good. You got that. Yeah, you got that issue you want to take action on. So take it. Don't be afraid, to sort of think things, give it some thought, and maybe even think a little, well, it scares me to think that I have to do this or do that, but, you can do it. You've got the strength there. I know it, and and I really know in your heart of hearts that you're not afraid to, take it by the horns and off you go.
I love that. I love that take on the Hermit, because it's almost like I'm doing this all by myself, and here's my candle that's lighting the way. I am leading the path that I am illuminating the path that I want to take on my own. No extra chatter around me, nobody's opinion or input on the side. I am doing it alone.
And of course, there's the one rod that we started with. So, and there it is. Except now it's lit up. So
Oh, that's so
See?
beautiful.
And it's nice and solid. So
I love that. So, Rose, I pulled 4 cards for you. So let's see what we have. I can't wait to see how these tie in. Oh my goodness! The first card is financial and material changes. Oh, yes! This is it. Look at that. And your hand is like touching 5 different, there's like all different areas of your life are going to be bringing in that abundance. Everything's going to be elevating all at once. So this is huge change. Oh, love begins. I'm getting goosebumps. Look at that. Love begins. This is that new chapter in your life, that movement forward, that Knight of Wands that's helping you move forward in life into a whole new direction.
into the celebration.
Into the celebration, and that love begins. This is like, okay, this is where I belong. This is my element. This is where I shine. The third card, oh my God, I'm looking at my goosebumps. Light. That goes hand in hand with that hermit, with that lantern right in front. So this is all beautiful. This is that journey that you are taking. You're taking the action. You're doing this on your own without anybody's input because you're following your heart. That is that lantern. And it's all bringing in all these wonderful, beautiful blessings for you. Now, the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is recognition and reward. Your hard work is going to be paying off, and you're going to be seeing that 3 of Cups, that love begins, that celebration. You're going to sit back in your chair in your living room and say, I did it. I finally did it. I can let my hair down. The angels want to say romance. Romance coming in. And that doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic partner or, like marriage. Of course, it does have to do with your marriage, that it's going to like ignite that spark all over again. It's going to add more of it. But it's also with your family and your home. It's a love connection amongst everything around you. You're that nucleus, and you extend all that love. You radiate all of that. Love begins.
There you go.
Look at
See
that. Oh, Rose, I'm so happy for you. So many beautiful things coming in.
Beautiful. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
you're very welcome, Rose.
Move forward. This is
I
it.
never had a chance to call in, so I wanted to make sure that I got a chance while Liz was there.
Well, Liz was, poor me.
I'm a
What are you,
little
chopped liver?
biased.
All right.
Oh, Rose, I love you, girl.
Good evening. Thank you.
You as
Okay,
well, honey.
Rose,
Love you, and I'll
thanks.
talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We have such amazing
Me
callers.
too. When I started it, she wanted Liz. Oh, well, she got me first, but
This
that's
is so,
all right.
but I love how you pulled you pulled the 3 cards, and then the 3 cards that I pull for whichever person has called. It's like our cards are mirroring each other.
They
I
are.
have
It
3
isn't it?
minutes
It's
left.
amazing.
3
Okay.
minutes, people. So call in. We can speed talk.
Right. We could do a yes or no.
Oh yeah.
You could do yes or no.
We can do a yes or no. So call in with your yes or no question. I feel like an auctioneer guy, like blah, 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 sold.
No, I know. Not really. I know. I know. Well,
1 hour is not enough.
goes by.
Too
I
quick.
told you I was a little nervous at first because I figured you were going to be here. I thought, well, maybe she'll be on time this time.
Listen, I tried it. I always do it with the best intentions, but then again, my friend Karen was like, "Yeah, but Norm always expects you to be late." I'm like, "Oh, you're right." Even though I do come from a place of love, that I'm gonna be there, and it never
Right.
happens.
But so like for next week, I'll plan something. I'll plan the
Early.
first 10 minutes. I'll think of something to talk
Plan
about.
for Liz
'cause I
being
didn't have
late.
it. Right, exactly. So, right, but
Oh man, thank you guys for calling today and
for
just getting
tuning in.
sharing space with us and
Anything you liked, let us know. Anything you didn't like, you
Let
can
us
let us
know
know
too.
that too.
we welcome feedback, good and bad. That's how we all
Yeah.
grow, all of us. I
And
always stay humble.
keep in touch. Spread your love. Spread your positive thoughts with everyone.
Yes, and we have good things planned for next show.
We do.
Yes, we do. So stay tuned.
Right. So tune in again.
You won't regret it.
That's right. That's right. Not at
Oh,
all. I
this
keep
was
forgetting
great.
my pouch too. See, I was getting ready to leave. I said, I'm just taking my cards
Yeah.
because I wasn't sure, right?
Yeah.
But, I forgot like my crystals and my
I didn't-
sage and my
Yeah.
s-
You know, I've
little
noticed
selenite bar.
I've been kind of leaving a lot of those things behind lately. I don't know why. Because we're already infused with that energy.
Right. Well, we've been doing it long enough now, so you know what I mean. It's sort of like when you draw in the energy to
Yeah.
do readings, or that it's sort of like it's
Our switch is never off.
Right. Or if it is, it goes on in a
Exactly.
flash.
Yes.
Just like a light, and it comes on that quick. So,
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Oh, David, thank you so much for having me today. Scott, thank you so much for inviting me.
All right. Well,
Thank you all. Love
All
and
right.
blessings.
and remember, you're a winner.
You're a winner. Yes.
Okay.